HTH is brought to you by Mag Removing for all your local, in-state, and interstate moving needs. Whether you need help with packing, junk removal, furniture assembly, object-related moving assistance, or even senior-specific moving needs, Mag Removing has your back. Mention this ad by Hattrick Hockey and they'll knock off 10% from your bill. They can't wait to take your call and set up your next move. Call Mag Removing at 519-991-6097. That's 519-991-6097. Get it done with Magri Moving. What's going on, all you beauts and beauties? Welcome to the Hattrick Hockey Podcast, brought to you by GL Heritage, the official beer of HGH. I am your host, Brett Hedges, along for the ride with two of my favorite guys in multiple media formats. We'll talk about more of that later. First and foremost, the creator of the show, the king of crispy, Ant Gaudette. Good to see you, Ant. How you doing, buddy?
Fellas, feels like it's been a long time, but happy to be here with you guys as usual. But I'll let you keep going and then we'll talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Mr. Hockey Google, the finest looking man on the podcast, Mr. Tristan McGuire. Always cooking.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Always cooking. It's funny you say that. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, do we have to have a conversation? But okay. All right. All right.
First and foremost, folks, make sure you follow us on all of our social media avenues. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Visit our merch store. We've always got new stuff popping up there. We those hats are new, right, bud? Show us the hat.
Yeah, these ones we would have to get for you, like if you're in this local like.
Did you
area,
sell out of that small stock you had?
Yeah, I hardly even had them here, and they sold out.
Okay, well, I'm happy I got one of them. Make sure you can save 20% on your order at biosteel.ca with the promo code CrispyHTH. And, of course, save 10% on your order at Howie's Hockey Tape with the promo code HTH Podcast. Boys, good to see you. What's new and exciting? Tristan, start off.
Nothing much. Just working through a couple summer classes right now. One of them statistics, which is about as fun as it sounds.
Did your car get hit?
My car, that was like it got bumped coming out of my driveway. I exercised a lot of patience and the damage was negligible, so it was okay. It was not a good day a week ago when we and you had last spoken, so
yes. Well, I'm glad that your car is doing just fine.
Yeah.
And how are you doing? We'll start it off with this. Ant, you recently participated in a new kind of media format. Tell us, what am I talking about here?
So I was in a movie, or a series, I should say. So it's called the Historical History of Canada, I believe is what it's called.
Historical History of Canada?
Is that what it's called?
I sure hope
it's a historical history of Canadians with broken legs.
I think it's I don't know, it's somewhere along those lines. I'll make sure that we post a link. But so F you, Tristan. But
no, I want to hear it.
I did hear that. I was trying to ignore it, but I couldn't. But yeah, so I seen this thing online and they needed guys who played hockey and for this like series for some on ice shoots. There isn't any lines or anything, it's just on ice stuff. So it's actually the history of the Leafs and when they were at their like absolute worst. So I was on ice kind of actor there, so I did a few hockey scenes and plays. I was on the ice for about 3 hours.
Who'd you play? Dion Phaneuf?
No, they didn't really give us names, but I was
Alex
on
Pilash.
The Montreal Canadiens, and then they had us done up like we were. To me, I think it was the Hartford Whalers team because it was those like kind of colors.
Yeah, blue and yeah.
But yeah, so I did a few on ice things for them and stuff like that. You want to know who else was in it? Marco Sladoya, he was in it.
Marco Sladoya, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was in it too, and he was like, I'm pretty sure he was like one of the main guys in it because he was like ripping clappers and a whole bunch of stuff. So Marco was like plays I think one of the main roles in it, but it was nice. I like skated, like, what are you doing here? So him and I had a nice chat, so it was nice to see him. But yeah, man, overall it was a good experience. I had to be at the rink at 5:30 in the morning.
Ooh. Bright and early, eh?
5:30.
Only time he's ever been up that early is when he's just been staying up.
Yeah, when I'm at work, working nights. But
Where did you do this?
Essex Arena.
Oh, okay. So it
Yeah.
was a local thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was right here in town. I think it's a part of the Windsor International Film Festival.
Okay.
Okay.
It's part of that, but I guess the same group that does this does like Shoresy and stuff.
I was gonna ask
So
that. That sounds like something, a project they would work on,
yeah,
especially with the International Film Festival coming up. So that's cool, man. Good for
yeah.
you.
So it was a cool experience, to be out there and cameras around you and stuff like that. So yeah, it was fun, man. It was different.
Take out anybody so the scouts would notice you, or
I did not, but I was just kind
no
of
way, coach can cut
yeah.
me this
I
year.
didn't really know what to expect, right? So that's why I was just kind of just following the rules and doing what I was supposed to do, and then
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun.
How many people were there?
There was probably like two lines of or probably about hockey players wise, there's probably 10 to 15 of us.
Okay, so two
Right
full
on.
lines.
Yeah, pretty well. And then I had to change like three different times.
Okay. You said you
So
were there for hours.
I was there for like 3.5 hours. Yeah, it was good. It was fun
That's
though.
exciting.
It was a good experience. I already told them next time I'd be I'd be down to probably do it again.
Sweet. Well, let
Yeah.
us know when it drops, man, and we'll
Yeah.
we'll be the. You know what? Black tie affair.
Yeah, you guys know.
Let's iron the tuxes, and we're
Hey,
gonna
you know
go.
what? We're gonna be there cheering on unlisted winger number 4.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
That's
Unlisted in
awesome.
your heart.
Number one in your program's unlisted.
Number 4 in your program.
I
That's
love it.
exciting though, man. That's
Yeah, it was
awesome. It's
fun.
really
You
cool.
guys, you guys know me. Any chance I get to put us out somewhere or to do something or whatever, I do it. 100%.
Love it. Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's just what I do, boys.
So well, to add on to that, I also did something new.
Yeah.
Tristan and I talked about this a little while ago, but that show unfortunately get there were some technical aspects of it that so we couldn't use it.
Yeah.
So I was actually at so this is a brand new story for everybody else. It's not a brand new story
Mhm.
for Tristan.
Mhm.
I was at a prospects event at Tecumseh Arena over the long weekend in May. It was called the Matterhorn Fit All Path Ontario like showcase. And so what it was a bunch of kids from 2005 to 2010, but there wasn't any 05s there. There was only one 06 is from what I saw. And that was Tyler McGuire from the Leamington Flyers. He was in 06 there. Guys like Joseph Gingras, is that how you say his
Dewey
last
Jingraw, yeah.
Gingra for
Yeah.
LaSalle. He was there. Bunch of BioSteel kids were at this camp. So what they did is they made 10 teams out of all these players, and these players came from all over the place, like Winnipeg. Some of the kids were coming from like Boston, Pittsburgh, all over. Kids from prep schools or AAA programs and stuff in North America, and they're trying to get looked at by CHL and D1 schools. So there were 7 college teams there, and there was 6 OHL teams there, and there was one team that was like represented by the Colorado Avalanche. I don't know who they sent. I think it was maybe one of their minor league coaches. I didn't get to see that team, but and they played all weekend long at Tecumseh Arena. They played like two 25-minute halves, and then they just did a scrape, and then at the end of the game they would do a 3-on-3 shootout, and then until there was a winner. So a couple of them went like 4 or 5 rounds, and just to make it like two separate segments, there was like a game segment between the two prospects, and then there was a shootout segment. So I got to work for Flow Hockey to
Sweet.
do that, and so I was just reading lineups and just ripping games for these kids from around North America, trying to get some spots at a D1 or a CHL team, or get a look somewhere like
Mhm.
U18, OHL draft, anything anything like that to get a look at the next level. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, think about it though. Like us as a show, like we're on Kojiko, Flow Sports. You guys have been on CBC. You like it's fucking like you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's nuts that the avenues that come like like Windsor's huge there, the Spits, but Flow. Like, how did all that end up coming about? Like, how did
I
you end up landing that?
our friend at Coach Co, Cliff Danby. was contacted by Flow Hockey. They were looking for some
Yeah.
people to call games, and he gave them my information. There was two arenas. There's two ice pads at Tecumseh that they were using, but
Mhm.
only one of the two pads had a play-by-play setup. So they only needed so many play-by-play
Yeah.
games from that one side. But if they get a play-by-play setup for the other rink for the next year, like I'm sure that'll absolutely double or
Mm.
the opportunity. So I'm looking to help get in their ear a little bit. It's like, hey, we know people.
Yeah, damn
If,
right we
if you
do.
want to, if you want to double up and go to the other side, we can absolutely fill that for you. So yeah, and that was just on the Flow Hockey app. I don't have the app personally, so I didn't check in on myself doing it. But from what I heard, everyone enjoyed it, and
So you should
I
come
didn't
here
hear
one day
anything.
to
So
watch
and
it.
good and no news
Oh
is good
man.
news, right? When you're doing a gig like that. So
Pro bro pro broadcasting tip. Don't go back and watch yourself if there's a live chat as well.
oh.
Way at the University of Windsor.
Oh my
Oh,
God, the CBC,
Going
yeah, the
back and looking
CBC
at,
live chat was crazy.
you know what? I don't know why
They were
they
pretty
pushed
gentle with
harder
me,
on you
though.
and Andrew, and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, they really like Scott because
Yeah,
like,
he's
oh,
the
this guy,
best.
but whatever. Anyway, people are gonna be people.
Yeah.
It's funny how people have opinions on stuff that they haven't even done once in their life.
I
Isn't
know
that
it's
ironic? Isn't that
hilarious.
ironic? But anyway, um, shall we discuss hockey?
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about Claude Lemieux first?
Yeah,
yeah,
go
that
ahead, Ant.
that
You would have grown
was
up watching him, so.
yeah, that was nuts, man. Yeah, so do you have the kind of story of it queued up, Brad, or do you have anything you
I
want
can
to
look at it.
kind
One
of
second.
explain to everybody first, and then we'll kind of talk about it?
Claude Lemieux passed away, unfortunately. Conn Smythe Trophy winner, from when the Devils won. He actually won four Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Um, and it's for being reported that he took his own life. They're saying that they're going to donate his brain for CTE research,
Hmm.
and basically it was a pretty cut and dry kind of statement from the family saying this is what happened and
Yeah.
uh, this is what we're doing going forward, and it's very sad. But for the people that don't know, Claude's son Brendan played for the Windsor Spitfires. So I covered when I was working at the newspaper. I covered those teams, and so that's the local kind of mix in here. But for anybody that's a Detroit Red Wings fan, Claude Lemieux plays a humongous role in a lot of our like childhood moments because of the famous fight night at the Joe for the with Detroit and Colorado, and he was a fantastic player and a phenomenal athlete. Um, and four-time Stanley Cup champion, Conn Smythe Trophy winner, like multiple teams, one cups with multiple different teams, like his legacy speaks for itself, but unfortunately, his life comes at to an end at a unfortunate time. Uh, but we move on and we remember and we celebrate his life as it was, and we wish the best for his family moving forward. Um, what's your favorite Claude Lemieux moment? We'll go on a high here because
I
I remember there's limited because I remember him more playing for the Avalanche rather than the Devils, right? So,
Mhm. I think Olympics, the one year he squared off with Kachuk.
oh really?
They were Canada USA. There was a fight. Or I don't know if it was Olympics or whatever, but it was Canada US. I know that for a fact. It was early 90s or mid 90s probably, and they squared off in front of the bench and slugged it out. There was a bunch of fights going on in that game, but Claude was just he was one of those guys that like everybody in the league wanted him on your team. And if he wasn't on your team, he was one of those guys that you hated playing against because he will do anything it takes to win. And that's what that is one of the main things that I've watched a ton of interviews, guys talking about Darren McCarty, our good friend, with those two had two fights, let's say, that was like a staple in my childhood hockey. And it's just, it's tough. It's real. excuse me, guys get hit in the head and they fight and they this and that. Like it has to cause some sort of damage. There's no way that they're walking away with nothing. You know what I mean? So, and the way that guy played the game, like that guy played like that's a dying breed. Guys that guys that play the game that way, and he was a warrior. He was a champion. Um, yeah, it's just really unfortunate news, and it shocked the hockey world. And like you said, Brett, we wish, his family and everybody all the best. And yeah, tragic. So I'm curious to see what comes out of the study of his brain, though. I will be following up with that, though, for sure. But
For
yeah,
sure. It's an ugly side of the sport that
yeah.
unfortunately we
Hmm.
have to realize that is there.
Hmm.
But hopefully that this can be used for the better,
Hmm.
and hopefully his life and his legacy can continue beyond his life, and
Hmm.
maybe can be helping move the CTE
Yeah.
forward. I was just watching that fight while you were talking about it, Ant,
Hmm.
and looking at some backstory of it. So this fight with Keith and Lemieux, Kachuk accused Lemieux of biting him during this fight. And so that's why this fight is so
See,
like kind of
he'd do
is
anything, man.
infamous. But it was a good scrap, and it was 20 seconds into a game between Canada and US at the 96 World Cup there. So
Mhm.
uh,
Shanny had a really good quote of Claude because they played together in what
New
was it?
Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah. And then when Shanahan got traded to St. Louis, I believe, but when this is what then he went to the Red Wings. But when he was with the
Yes.
Red Wings, he was playing against Claude or whatever, and he said they were lining up for a draw, and he was kind of saying hi to him or whatever, kind of or whatever. They used to play together, and I guess Claude pretty much looked at him and said, "You're a loser. You haven't won anything." So like, you know what I mean? So what is that? Just tell you that guy is nails. And Shanny's like, that was a big eye opener for me on just how much this guy competes, right?
Yeah.
And how much he wants to win. It's nuts, dude.
Mhm.
Tristan, do you have anything on him?
Yeah, I was gonna say more, because my dad's a Habs fan. I
Yeah.
remember I've
Yeah.
seen videos of him
Early
when he played
days.
on Montreal. I think he might have been a rookie or like his second year when he scored a overtime winner against Hartford. It was game seven, and it was like his first goal of the playoffs, and it was like, yeah, overtime or double overtime winner against Hartford the year that they won the cup, 86. So that's a cool memory of him. Like he
Yeah.
already had that special player in him, and then like you said, his career progresses on, and he kind of becomes that grinder slash instigator slash enforcer later in his career. But he had the skill to go with it, and it's kind of funny how genealogically his son is kind of a similar player.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Actually,
Yeah.
even more so, maybe to the nth degree of being a little bit maniacal
Very,
on the ice. But
yeah, he can definitely flip the switch and do some things that
because
you
didn't Brendan Lemieux get suspended for spitting at some point,
something like that. I
or
know
didn't
that
he? It wasn't licking. Was it biting? It was
it
something.
might have been biting. It could have been that, or it might have been like I remember him getting suspended for like a high stick, like a major high stick.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I remember the positive of Lemieux when he was younger. He had a lot of skill to his game, and he had that backhander goal against. Oh, here's a name. I think I remember the goalie's name from that Hartford team too.
Hmm.
I think it might have been Mike. Is it pronounced Lewitt?
Liute,
Liute. That's what it
I
is.
believe
Yeah,
is
I
how it's
remember it
pronounced.
was
Mike
L.
Liute.
Yeah, Mike
That's
Liute. There you
fucking
go.
old school right there,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. There you
Claude
go.
Lemieux
Good
had
call, Ann, on giving me the proper pronunciation. But yeah, I remember it was. Is it Luit or Liut?
That I
Li, I
couldn't tell you.
think. Yeah, Liute. Yeah.
Claude Lemieux had 80 career playoff goals.
That's nuts.
That's ninth all time.
Wow, there's a stat.
Do
Top
you
10 all time in playoff
know
goals.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a guy who was brought to teams that would win.
he had more playoff goals than Mario. That's nuts.
So
Mario
did he
Lemieux,
win? So he wins the cup with the Devils and gets that Conn Smythe. Was that 95
That
I
was
believe.
95.
against
When
the
Yes.
Red
they
Wings? Okay,
yeah,
the sweep. Yeah.
So
yeah.
so he won in 95 and 96 because he was traded to Colorado in
Oh, you're right. Wow. And then what he won
and
01?
that's when he hit Draper was that playoff
Yeah.
run.
Did he play all the way till 01? Did he win that last cup with Colorado?
He won he
No, his last cup. Yeah, well, his last cup
he
was
won the
in
cup again
99, 2000.
with the
He
Devils again.
Yeah.
So he went
So
back
Oh,
to the
oh, he
Devils and
went
won.
back to
Yeah.
the
yes,
Devils.
he
Okay,
went
I didn't
back.
realize
So
that.
what do you
Okay.
here? I got it up right here.
So
So in
he won in
80,
86 and
yeah,
93, right?
85, 86, he won with Montreal.
Right.
94, 95, he won with New Jersey. 95,
Yeah.
96, he won with Colorado. So he won back-to-back cups.
Four.
And
Yeah.
then in 99, 2000, when he went back to New Jersey, is when he got his fourth one.
Yep.
Wow.
Pretty crazy, man. Great
Yeah.
career.
He
So
played for the
every
Sharks in 08, 09, but then retired.
yeah, yeah, he
Claude
played.
Lemieux. I want a Claude Lemieux San Jose Sharks jersey.
No
That's what I.
shit. That would be so everyone knows too. This guy played over 1,200 games in the NHL. He had 379 goals, 786 points, just over 1,700 penalty minutes.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Not yet.
I don't think so, but he could be knocking
Surely
on the
he will
door
be.
now.
Over 1,000 points, 4 cups, couple of gold medals at the Olympics. Like,
Con Smythe winner.
4 Stanley Cups is crazy.
yeah.
I
Four
mean,
Stanley Cups, 3 different teams.
yeah, he's got
That's
all the stats for it
nasty,
for sure.
How many players have done that?
right? And
How
like he
many
was
how
already
many
like
players
midway
have done
through his
that? Now I'm
career,
curious. Four
right?
cups with across 3 teams.
What's
I can't
crazy
name
is
any.
leaving a team, winning, leaving that team, going back and winning another one. That's crazy.
Yeah, 21 years in the league.
Yeah.
21.
Great
Crazy.
career, man.
Yeah, because by the time that he had played in New Jersey, he had already been playing for 10 years by the
Yeah.
time he won in New Jersey.
Hmm.
And then he went back to back in year like 10, 11. So crazy. Well, rest
Wow.
in peace, Claude Lemieux.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As we continue, you know who Claude Lemieux would appreciate this Stanley Cup final between two hard-nosed teams, Carolina and the Las Vegas Mitchell Mariners. I mean, the Golden
Yeah.
Knights. And we've got ourselves a cup final. Tristan, you and I boldly predicted that it was going to be Colorado Montreal in the finals, and we could not have been more wrong. Those two teams only combined for one win in the Eastern Conference final. So I'm glad that that episode is not going because we were so
Oh.
wrong. What do
Hmm.
you think about this matchup coming up? Carolina and Las Vegas.
I think it's a nightmare for anyone who enjoys hockey. Um, like I really think this is going to be, I don't want to say an embarrassment, but I think, watch, I'll be completely wrong again, but I think that Carolina is going to mop the floor with Vegas. Like I think it's going to be really bad.
Okay.
Like
Interesting.
I think their slow, drag it out, like defensive style and their offensive style of they actually skate the puck in. And if they do lose the puck, their forechecks relentless. Like, I don't see Vegas doing a squat with that. Like, Vegas has a goalie and a forward. That's what they're running with right now. Carolina has 4 lines deep. Like, I just don't see it being close.
I'm
If they can
curious.
neutralize Marner, now that's a big if. I think they're fine. Because Hart, you could argue, this is the first team that's completely healthy that they're playing and is going to play at their full potential because they played Colorado. Colorado, Nathan MacKinnon played the whole series hurt. And Cale Makar played 2 games with what is now going to require him 5 months of recovery. So, on a shoulder injury. So it's like, yeah. If Marner, if you take like that's like taking Marner and Hart, who are the two best players on Vegas right now, out of the equation. Of course they lose that series. So of course Colorado lost. Everyone said they were deep, yeah, but you are really only as good as your best players, and I think that's a prime example. I
Mhm.
just think their goaltending and their blue line and their forward core was nothing without the two best at each position. So we'll see. I think Carolina in 6 is kind of a reasonable prediction if I'm giving some credit to Vegas, but I wouldn't put 5 too far off either.
Damn.
What do you think, Antone? Do you think
Um,
that Carolina finally gets a cup?
I mean, can I see it happening? Yeah, but I just think like I would love you know me, Leafs hater. I would love to see Marner win a cup the first year he leaves Toronto. After all the city did shitting on him and this and that. Not to mention, how many times have you heard him say he doesn't do anything in the playoffs? He doesn't do anything in the playoffs. looks like he's could be a Conn Smythe. Like if they win the cup, he's probably getting the Conn Smythe. I would, you know what I mean? Arguably.
I would give it to
So,
Hart, but
well, yeah, one of the two. I mean, like flip a coin between
yeah.
those two, the way it's been. But it's just, I don't know. I hope that this is a 7 game series. I want it to be a drag out, knock them down for the cup. I don't like when cup finals are blowouts. Like
Oh,
it sucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want
yeah.
it, like I want Marner to win, but it'd be cool to see Freddie Anderson win too, kind of considering everything that he's gone through his career. So either way, two great stories on each side of the puck. But like, I don't know who's like I'm hoping that it's Las Vegas in the end. I'm thinking it's going to be Vegas, and I want it to go 7 games.
In 8 years of being a team, Vegas has made the Cup final 3 times. They've won a cup, and they've made the conference finals 5 times, 4 times at least,
Hmm.
which is insane.
Yeah,
Like
and
that's insane.
yeah, and
Just to think about that, it's like what?
And LCA hasn't seen one fucking playoff game yet
Wah,
in
wah,
the existence of the
wah.
Golden Knights.
Yeah.
So are we taking a red eye
Boop,
flight
boop,
to go to Vegas for a playoff
boop.
game or what?
I can't stand Vegas. I don't know why. I just don't like
The city
what
of sin.
yeah, pretty much. No, it's just like I don't know. The way they went about doing things is unorthodox to building a contending team, but yet they're contending, like always trade all their futures to get the players now, and it works. It works. Like
Yep.
I can't argue with
Don't be
it.
hating.
To me, it's illogical, but hey, like they go out and get big contract guys like Tomas Hertl and Mark Stone, and like they're. But here's the thing, too. I'm. You know what's crazy about Carolina right now? Carolina is $10 million under the cap.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I want them to win, for that sole reason. Because they have reason to be there. Every year, Vegas is freaking like, what was that, 2 years ago that Mark Stone hurt himself? And he comes back in the playoffs and they're like 23 million over the cap and they win. Yeah, no wonder. It's like that stuff takes me right
You
off.
guys want to know kind of a crazy stat? I don't know if you guys know this or not, but did you know that this past regular season that the Red Wings had more wins than the Vegas Golden Knights?
Yeah. Yeah, we had 41, right?
Yeah.
And they had 39.
Yeah.
The only team with less than 40 wins to make the playoffs in the Cup final. Well, that's also Josh
Still like
Tortorella.
that fucking format, everybody? Still like that format? That format's fucking I don't like this format. Like just go back to the old school East West top 8. Let's go. The way it
Yeah.
should be.
Who would we have been better than? Mm,
I
wouldn't
don't
we have
like this
still missed
wild
it?
card bullshit. This ain't baseball. This
But
is
wouldn't
hockey.
wouldn't wouldn't we have missed it though? I don't think we were better than the third in the Metro.
I don't know. Either way, I just
Yeah,
like
that was
Really?
like
I'm
Columbus
not even
and
speaking from the
It
Wings
was
getting in or not. I
Philadelphia.
just mean in general. Like it's
yeah.
so much
Hang on, hang
better.
on.
But
I'll
Columbus was
just
Like
right
that.
on like the doorstep is what I mean. Like
Yeah. Columbus was
Philly,
right there. Philly was right there. Well, Philly got in, right?
Philly
the
was the
Islanders
last
were
team in the
right there.
East
Yeah.
to get
But
in, so I just want to see
yeah,
stats.
it's
Hang
just
on.
crazy. But
We haven't talked about Hamilton getting a AHL team yet either.
That's cool.
That is cool. And they hired Brantford's head coach Jay McKee from the OHL. The team was in Hamilton. He was the coach there. They won a bunch there. Then they just moved to Brantford for the last like 2 years.
maybe we can
He's gonna
like
be their coach.
reach out to them and see if we can do something with them.
Why not? Yeah. I went to that arena 3 times and it was nice then. And they just dumped a bunch of money into it. And it was closed for like a year and a half, 2 years, so that they could do all these renovations. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. Like
Isn't
should
there
be
a
fun. It's
hotel?
about 3.5 hours
Yeah.
straight from here. Like
Isn't there a hotel like right next door to it?
yes, so it's the old Cops Coliseum
Yeah.
where the Hamilton Bulldogs played, where the '87 Canada Cup game was.
No
That
way.
famous drop pass from
Was
Gretzky
there?
to Mario with
No
Larry Murphy
way.
crashing.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that was
know.
in Hamilton.
That's
Yes.
fucking crazy. I never knew that.
Yes.
That's
You know what
wild.
So
else is crazy? Here's a stat for you. I actually can't believe this. Okay, so 14 of the 16 teams in the Eastern Conference finished with an above 500 record and over 40 wins.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
We would have, by the way, for the record, if we were in the Metro, we would have placed the same we placed in our division, which is sixth.
Either way, just rooster soup.
So,
Fuck.
yeah, fair enough.
Tough day to be a Wings fan right now.
For
But
sure.
yeah.
As we wrap things up, is there anything that you guys are looking forward to in the month of June? Like obviously the Stanley Cup playoffs
The
are
draft.
underway. The
Mhm.
draft is coming up.
Golf.
Any final thoughts as we look
Can
towards the
we?
draft now as Detroit Red Wings fans? Oh wait, we don't have a first round pick.
Yeah.
At
Can
least at
I?
least
Can
Carter Bear was in the Mem Cup final.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can we actually touch on that whole like Mem Cup tournament there? One of the
Absolutely. We got
things,
about 8 minutes.
okay, can we talk about some of the fucking scraps in those
Yeah.
games? Like, I think that's the most I've ever seen in that fucking tournament. Like, there was like probably 4 or 5 like good ones.
Oh,
And you want
yeah.
to know what was the best part? All of them, almost all of them, it was just Kitchener,
Yep.
just
Kitchener's
beating the
tough as
wheels
nails,
off of
man.
teams.
Sam O'Reilly,
That's what I mean. He was
he's a
in
good
one, I
player.
think, and they were like chucking knuckles, man, like exchanging just
The
knuckle
Rangers
soothers.
kind of worked everybody. Like the
Oh,
last game was close against Everett, but still, like Christian
Yeah.
Kirsch is a really good goalie.
yeah.
The Sharks have another good goalie in him. They got Oskarov. They got, I think they drafted Joshua
Mhm.
Ravensbergen last year, and now they've got uh Kirsch, and they've got Alex Nedeljkovic. Like they got a pretty
Yeah.
good goalie pipeline there.
Kitchener
Uh,
played like a nice, like gritty, in your
yeah,
face style, beat the shit
yeah.
out of you all
The
tournament.
OHL kind of ran
Yeah,
that.
it was
Like
awesome. That's dude,
Everett,
I love seeing that.
Yeah,
Everett
UC
tried to be.
Hocus is their coach. He's very good. Very,
Yeah.
very good. He's from Finland or
Yeah,
Sweden.
yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
sat right behind the guy. I went and watched a Spitz game. He slicks his hair back. He's got jet black hair and like a salt and pepper beard. He's all business.
All right. I like that.
Um, but Everett impressed me, number one, because I got a kid who just turned 17. He's not eligible until next year's
Mhm.
draft. Landon DuPont on defense, who's unreal. Probably the best defenseman in the tournament. And then a Red Wings prospect at forward, who I think should have got on the whatever they give like their all stars of the tournament. He
Mhm.
kind of got snubbed. Christian Carter Bear.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's really really good, and for some reason they gave it to the other guy, the Finnish dude on their team, not Huheitanen. I can't think of his name. It's something like that.
Mhm.
Voitanen? I don't know, but even still, good tournament. The best team won there. It was clear.
Oh, it was
Um,
running them.
but okay, so the top five for the draft, because this was in the last video that we talked about, and now one of my predictions that I said in the last video came true, and this plays an important part in the top five of the draft. Manny Malhotra gets hired as the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks.
Okay.
I said that in the last video. Here's why it's important. His son, Caleb Malhotra of the Bulldogs, is ranked to go in the top five. I think he's going at the 3 slot now. And now I think the top five is going to look as follows. So number one, I think Toronto keeps the pick. I think they don't mess around. They keep it pretty simple, even though, they've got, oh, well, they got it's a Swedish president. And like, does that mean they're going to go? No, they're going Gavin McKenna. Canadian boy on the Canadian team, Gavin McKenna. Future of Matthews is still uncertain. That's a conversation for a different day. But I'm going to say, and pick number two, Ivar Stenberg is the clear second overall, if not first overall in this draft. San Jose doesn't beat around the bush. They don't say, oh, we need a defenseman. No, they take best player available. Pick number three, I believe, is the Vancouver Canucks. They take Caleb Malhotra. Now, this pushes back who's highly regarded as the best defenseman in the draft, Chase Reed,
Chase Reed.
who's likened to something like an Adam Fox. Really good player, good two-way
Very
player.
good. Very good player.
Yeah. So I think Chase Reed falls down to four. Who's that for?
Chicago.
Chicago. That makes sense. They need a right shot. They got Artem Levshinov already. They got Kevin Kuczynski. Does Kuczynski stay there in the future? Who knows? Doesn't matter. They take the D. Now it comes down to Carson Carroll's. What do the Rangers do? Rangers They don't have much left in the bag. They got a young Lafreniere to a long-term contract. Can he perform? Who knows? Mika Zibanejad might be on his way out. Like, there's a lot of question marks there. But they did just make a big trade earlier this year for our captain of the Windsor Spitfires, Liam Greentree. Who played with Liam Greentree? Ethan Belchetz. I think Ethan Belchetz skyrockets up the draft, goes at pick number 5 to the New York Rangers. Because here's why. You look at the precedent of last year. Philadelphia Flyers move up to pick 12 to get Jack Nesbitt. Nesbitt's 6'4", same thing. It's size, right? It's an intangible. You can't teach it. That's kind of a thought that we see that is relevant every year. You think it's going to go away with guys like Cole Caulfield, but no, teams still go with size, and they think they can develop. So, hey, more power to him. But I think Belchetz, it makes sense. It makes too much sense. They have the chemistry. He's got the size. He's a big forward. There's Brendan mentioned also last episode that is now in the X-Files. Will Coyley is there as well. So it just makes sense. They've got that pipeline from Spitz to Rangers, and the Rangers need something that's going to grab fans' attention. I like Belchetz there. I think it's a little bit better than a kind of a stable two-way D if they were to go with a Veerhoff or a Reed. Reed has obviously got the edge there, but don't leave out Carson Karels. Carson Karels is kind of like a Zane Parekh or like a John Klingberg, like a really good offensive defenseman. I think he's a left shot though, so maybe those aren't the best comparables. Maybe more like a Miro Heiskanen-esque. But yeah, we're in for a good draft. What's Ant so giddy about?
No, I'm just laughing because bro, it would take me fucking 30 years to spit out all the info that you just did.
You know what's funny? This year I didn't
And
really
that's
look
why
at the
we call
draft.
him Mr. Hockey Google.
That is exactly why.
I didn't look at the
Holy
draft
shit.
much
Coming
though
to a shirt
because
near you
we
soon.
don't have a first round pick. So I'm like, now I'm trying to read into other teams. It's a lot easier for me when I know where I think we're going to go with it. Like last year, I assumed we were going to get Carter Bear, and we got Carter Bear, and I was happy about that. Year before, not too happy with Nate Danielson. It's okay.
Yeah.
Year before, Marco Casper. Eisman, he's gone pretty forward heavy, so we'll see if this year he does trade back in the draft. We've got a goalie. We've got goalies that we can get rid of, 3 that are
7.
good prospects. One of them's probably going to go. I've heard rumors about Kosa maybe being on his way out, which is kind of sad because I'm like, why? He's the most proven. But if they really have confidence in Augustine or Michael Patsova, which actually Patsova is probably the more NHL ready out of all of them. I think we see Patsova with Gibson next year. So that's probably why Kosa's kind of like, hey, all of a sudden you sign this guy from, Czech Republic and he's ahead of me in the pipeline. I want to play soon. Maybe they throw him into the Wolves in Edmonton. Who knows? Like, we'll see. But the Wings have options at the draft. But I think it's a deep draft this year. Like, there's a lot of like what's his name's ranked at pick 25 to 30. Nikita Klepov, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, the rankings are weird this year, and I don't understand why. I guess we'll find out.
And I love that analysis, Tristan. A really solid top 5 on the NHL draft. Speaking about Belchez, the news was broken a couple weeks ago when they announced that Windsor's going to have the World Junior Summer Showcase in Windsor at the end of July, that Ethan Belchez is going to Michigan State University. How much does this hurt the Windsor Spitfires moving forward? And is this going to be the trend moving forward in the OHL and CHL where guys are going to just get drafted and go to the NCAA? You might only see them for 1 or 2 years, and only the kids that don't get drafted are going to be there for the 3, 4, maybe 5 years in the OHL.
I don't even know, like, what are they going to do, like, right now with everybody's gone?
Yeah, like me and Tristan were talking about it before. Like, there's a ton of talent that has left the CHL in the last couple of years. And Michigan State specifically, Tristan, right, is going to be very good next year. Can you list off some of the young guns they got?
Well, they still have the Columbus 4th overall pick, Caden Lindstrom. They're still Porter Martone's gonna play in the NHL, but there was a defenseman they got, and I'm forgetting who they had got. I'm just gonna look it up now, but they have themselves set up pretty, and so do the Michigan Wolverines. So
Yeah, it's with Jack Nesbitt as well.
yeah,
So
that's right. Nesbitt's
Windsor's
going there.
missing Nesbitt and Belchez next year.
So Michigan State, the hockey commits for next year include Ethan Belchez, Nikita Klepov, Chase Reed, and Josh Ravensburg in the goalie. Oh man, they might just run the whole league.
Yeah, I thought Ravensburgen played at Michigan. Did he transfer? Or maybe I'm just getting the names messed up. Anyway, but that's
No,
insane.
Josh Ravensburgen is going to the Spartans,
Okay.
and so is
thought-
Klepov and Jack Hextall. Man, and they already have Riker Lee, and Carson Carrolls is going there as
Wow.
well. Oh my gosh.
Should be interesting.
Wow.
For sure. Last thing before we close the show, Windsor getting this World Junior Summer Showcase.
Yeah.
Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the United States playing in a summer showcase. Are you guys pumped up or what?
Oh, I'll be going to a few games.
Where is this? Sorry.
At WFCU Center.
WFCU.
Oh yeah.
In July, they're having a summer showcase for about 8 days. Canada, there's a package you can get where it's just Canadian games, or you can get like a full tournament pass as well. So it was a fun
Do you know
covering
I'll
that.
be tuning
how
into
much
that.
those are roughly?
Sorry.
Do you know how much those are roughly?
When I looked, the Canadian game only packages were because they're playing 3 games. 3 games, yeah, because they're playing 1 game against each opponent.
Yeah,
And that was $150, so it's about $50 a game.
it's not bad.
But you could literally pick a front row seat when they were available. Like the whole arena is open. There's and you could I think you could get the entire tournament for like 180 or $200 because there's gonna be like some split squad games like on the weekend before between like the USA split squad against like the Finland teams and stuff like that. And then like the big games will be going on like I think on the Monday or whatever. So check wfcucenter.ca whatever. Or just look it up on Google and you'll get the packages there. So it should be fun.
Beauty.
Anything else, boys?
That is it, my friend.
All right.
Well, I think that's all.
Ant says that Vegas is going to win the Cup final. Tristan thinks that the Carolina Hurricanes are going to run it all the way back to 2006 when they won under Rod Brindamore.
20 years later.
Yeah, it would be great. What were you doing 20 years ago, Ant? Back in 2006.
I was, I don't know, probably working.
Attaboy. Proud of you. I was
3, so
I was in 9th or 10th grade. I was 3. This is Tristan. I'm proud of you, buddy. You've grown up a lot since then.
yeah, I have.
Good. I'm proud of you guys. All right, from all of us here at the Hatchet Hockey Podcast, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to all of our YouTube channels, all of our social media. Get our merch links there in the description in the show. And, of course, get your BioSteel for 20% off using the promo code CRISPYHTH. And, of course, get 10% off your order at Howie's Hockey Tape at HTH Podcast. So, Tristan, anything else? Ant, boys? All right, we'll see you soon, and we'll catch up after the Stanley Cup Finals. You're watching the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. We'll see you next time. Good night.